So dance cards became popular in the 1920s for the Roaring Twenties and the flapper dances and that kind of stuff. So on campus, at least, our dance cards begin in about the mid-1920s. As social groups would have parties and dances, they oftentimes would have a program that would start. It started off as just a regular, like a 4x6 sheet or whatever. But as it became more elaborate, they began cutting those out in the shapes that were popular. So different fraternities and sororities would use symbols that were meaningful for them. And also these were sometimes related to the type of party it was. But they would give these dance cards to people when they came in. It would tell them who the chaperones were, who the house mother was if there was a house mom, who the members of that organization were if there were pledges to that organization. And then there would be slots open for people to sign up for dances. And so if I wanted to dance with you, I'd come up and I'd say, do you have any dances available? And you'd say, no, my card's full. Or you might say, yes, I've got my third dances available. There would be more dances than are listed on the card. So there might be 15 dances, but there would be a certain number, 6, 8, 10, that would be announced. This is dance number 2. And then people would know whoever they had agreed to dance with on dance number 2, they'd go and dance with that person. It did provide the program. Let you know who was performing, if it was the varsity club or the boomers or the varsitonians, whatever group. It would let you know who was performing, who was going to be there. So usually there was the chaperone, the house mom, but it would provide all that information about the dance itself, and then you'd have several pages with these lines numbered for the dances. So like here's a Theta dance card, and their symbol is the kite. So the dance card is in the shape of a kite then. And you have information about the Kappa Alpha Theta. The dance is the Yama Yama dance. I'm not sure what that meant. It was on November 1st, 1929. You have Theta Sweetheart. I guess it was a little verse of some kind. Who provided the music? The New Orleans Ramblers provided the music. And then you have the dances. One I think is the most interesting because it's the AGRs, Alpha Gamma Rho, and they've got 2 horses dancing. That's the dance card shape, and then it's in kind of tough shape. But here again we have this is the Phi chapter of Alpha Gamma Rho. It's the fourth annual barn dance, and this was in November of 1925. I think they remained popular into the 40s. They began to decline in the 50s. I think part of it was these organizations got bigger. It was a lot easier when you had an organization with maybe 15 members and 5 or 10 pledges, to have a narrow focus of number of dances and activities. But when these organizations got bigger, when you have 200 people living in a residence hall, or 50 or 75 people living in a fraternity and sorority, I think it just became unmanageable to try to produce these programs, listing everybody, providing all the information about who was performing, who the sponsors were. I think by the 50s it just got too big and unmanageable, and by the 60s they weren't hardly used. We don't have anything from the 60s.